Hello and welcome to the section 0.5 on dimensional analysis. So in the last section we talked a little bit about units of measure, and now we're going to use those units and do a little bit of unit conversion. So in class I've given you a table of unit conversions. On quizzes and tests you are most likely going to be given whatever that conversion is in the problem, or you will be given a simple table in your test as well. Okay, so don't worry, you don't have to memorize any unit conversions for my class. You just need to know how to use them. So, dimensional analysis is used when converting from one unit of measure to another. So, for example, going from feet to inches, we have to use a conversion factor to get a distance converted from feet to inches. So here are some of those steps that we're going to use. We're going to start with the information you know, and we're going to make it a fraction. Or we're going to put it over 1. If it isn't 1 to start with. Okay, if we're going to make it a fraction if it's not already a fraction. Then we're going to make a multiplication problem. Okay, so you'll put down a times sign. Then we're going to find the right conversion factor and go from what you know to what you want to know. Then the units that need to cancel out have to be equal to each other. Okay, the units that we need to cancel have to be equal to each other. Then we're going to continue this until we have the right units for our answer. Then you're going to take the numbers and you're going to multiply straight across the top and the bottom. So let's do some examples to see how this works. We're going to use dimensional analysis to convert these following. So we're going to go from 7.2 meters to feet. So we're going to start with 7.2 meters. We're going to put it over 1. Then we're going to use our conversion factor, which is given for us. Our conversion factor is 3.28 feet for 1 meter. Now the meters have to go on the bottom because we have it on the top originally because we want these to cancel. And once we have them cancel, we can multiply across the top and we'll be left with feet as our unit. So we're going to round this to a decimal place, 23.6 feet. For 4.3 pounds to kilograms, we're going to start with 4.3 pounds. Put it over 1. We know we need pounds in the bottom. We know we need kilograms on the top. 1 kilogram is equal to 2.2 pounds. That's our conversion factor. So here, with our pounds canceling out, we're going to have 4.3 divided by 2.2, and that gives us approximately 2.0 kilograms. All right, for number 3, 4.4 square feet to square inches. So we start with 4.4 square feet, put it over 1. Our conversion factor is 12 inches in a foot. But we need to do this twice because we have feet times feet here. We only have 1 foot here. So to get feet times feet in the bottom, we have to do another multiply by feet. So we have to multiply it by our conversion factor twice, and that's going to give us square inches because inches times inches is inches squared. So we got 4.4 times 12 times 12 That's going to give us 633.6. And that's going to be inches squared. Always remember to put your units on there. All right, 0.6 yards to inches. So we're going to start with 0.6 yards. Going to put that over 1. We know that 1 yard equals 3 feet. So we're going to do 3 feet per yard. So our yards cancel, but now we have feet. We want inches. So we have to use another conversion, and that is how many inches are in a foot. There are 12 inches in a foot. And we just had that from the last problem. So now our feet can cancel, and we can multiply across. 0.6 times 3 times 12. That's going to give us, I'm going to have to do that one on the calculator. 0.6 times 3 times 12. That's going to give us 21.6 inches. All right, 5 gallons to pints. Okay, 1 gallon is 8 pints. So we're going to start with 5 gallons. We're going to convert that to pints. So we know that there's 8 pints in a gallon. So 5 times 8 is 40. Our gallons cancel, and we're left with 40 pints. Now we're going to do 2 miles per hour to feet per minute. This one's a little bit different. We're going to do 2 miles per hour. So the hours go on the bottom. This is one that starts out as a fraction. At least the units start out as a fraction. And then we want to go to feet per minute. Well, let's go ahead and convert miles to feet first. So there's 5280 feet in a mile. So our miles cancel, and we're left with feet. So we're good. But we also need to convert hours to minutes. So we're going to put hours on top because we want our hours to cancel. There are 60 minutes in an hour. So the way you're going to put this into your calculator is you're going to put the top first, 2 times 5280 divided by 60. Okay? What that's going to end up giving us is 176 feet per minute. All right, let's talk about inches to yards. We've got 15 inches, and we want to convert that to yards. So we're not given a conversion factor here, but let's use what we know from the previous page. We know that there are 12 inches in a foot. So I'm going to go ahead and put 12 inches here in a foot. And we know that there are 3 feet in a yard. Our inches cancel, our feet cancel, and we're going to do 15 divided by 12 times 3. And you got to do 12 times 3 first. So that's 36. 15 divided by 36 gives us 0.4 yards. 40 square inches to square feet. So we got 40 inches squared. And we're going to go to square feet. Well, we know that there are 12 inches in a foot, but we got to do this twice to get square feet and to cancel out both of our inches. So both of those inches cancel with both of those. So 40 divided by 144, that's going to give us 0.3 square feet. 5 meters to feet, 5 meters. So we're told that 1 yard is equal to 0.9144 meters. So let's start with that. 1 yard is 0.9144 meters. Our meters cancel, but we need to get from yards to feet. Well, we know that there are 3 feet in a yard. and our yards cancel. So when you do the top, multiply the bottoms, then divide them. You do the division last, and you're going to get 16.4 feet. Okay, now let's do 100 centimeters to yards. So 100 centimeters, we're given this conversion. 1 meter is 100 centimeters. So 1 meter for 100 centimeters. So the centimeters. The centimeters cancel. But now we got to get from meters to yards. Well, we know from the previous one, 1 yard is 0.9144 meters. So our meters are going to cancel, and when you do that math, you're going to get about 1.1 yard. All right, now let's do some word problems. The average traveling speed of a car on a road trip is 65 miles per hour. We want to express this in kilometers per hour. So we've got 65 miles per hour, and we want to put this in kilometers per hour. We don't have to worry about the hours because we're already there, but we do have to convert the miles. So 1.609 kilometers is a mile, and you can get that from your conversion table. So we multiply the tops, and you get 104.6 kilometers per hour. The Waccamaw River rose 4 inches every 30 minutes after Hurricane Victoria. Express this rate in feet per day. So the Waccamaw River rises 4 inches in 30 minutes. So we want to do this in feet per day. So let's convert our inches to feet. So there are 12 inches in a foot. So that gives us that conversion. Now let's convert minutes into days. So we know that there are 60 minutes in an hour. So that gets rid of our minutes. We also know that there are 24 hours in a day. That gets rid of our hours. So now we have feet per day as our leftover units. That's what we wanted. So we multiply across the top, multiply across the bottom, and then divide the two. And when you do, you get about 16 feet per day. An airplane can travel at 44,000 feet per minute. What is the speed of an airplane in miles per hour? So we're going to start with 44,000 feet per minute. Feet per minute. And we want the speed in miles per hour. So we're going to convert our speed here. Okay, so we have 5280 feet. So we're doing our distance first into miles. So 1 mile is 5280 feet. So now we have miles. Feet are gone. Now let's get our minutes into hours. So we know there's 60 minutes in an hour. So we're going to cancel our minutes out. And now we're left with miles per hour. Multiply the tops, multiply the bottoms, and divide. And you're going to get 500 miles per hour. And if you want to write it this way, I'm fine with that, because we typically see miles per hour written that way. All right, the last one. The average household uses 12,000 gallons of water per month. We want to know how many quarts that is a year. So we're going to start with 12,000 gallons per month. Okay, I'll go ahead and write it out so we know that's what it is. Let's convert our gallons to quarts. There are 4 quarts in a gallon. So our gallons go away. Now let's convert our months to years? Well, there are 12 months in a year. So that gets rid of our months. So now we have quarts per year. We do our multiplying on the top and the bottom in the division. That's 576,000 quarts per year. Okay, so that concludes dimensional analysis. Just a little bit of converting units using a little bit of math to do that. Next section, we're going to take a little bit of departure and wrap up the unit with the coordinate plane. That's coming up in section 6.